Bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
A big one tonight inside of WDA hockey. A rematch from earlier this year where the Magi handed Legacy their biggest loss of the season, an 8-3 score. And tonight they have the rematch on Minot's home ice at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome into tonight's pregame show brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline, locations in Minot and Bismarck, 5 of them to be exact. It's a drive-through oil change. Takes about 15 minutes. You're in and out at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Big thank you to them. Find out more information online, VIOC.com. The 11-3 Sabers are number 1 inside of the West region. The 9-3-1 Magi are number 3 inside of the West, and tonight they collide in a WDA showdown of the 7th all-time matchup between the two schools. It's a big one tonight to WDA hockey, and we're glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. I'm Nick Hulberg. Tonight I'll be joined by Mr. Matt Morelli on the call here on the PSP Network. Former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout, will be on the call in just a few moments after we rattle through some of the information in tonight's showdown as the Magi and Sabers warm up, taking a look at the standings inside of the WDA and where these teams come into tonight's showdown. Legacy at number 1, Century at number 2. Century just got done beating Williston last night on a rare Monday night occasion. 6-2 for the Magi inside the conference. 6 wins, 2 losses. Those 2 losses come to Century. Legacy's only loss comes to the hands of the Magicians. So 33 points for the Sabers at the top of the list, 27 for Century, 18 for Minot High, 3 points for a win, 2 points for a win in overtime or the shootout, 1 point if you get to overtime. So these points on this occasion are big if Minot wants to be a WDA champion, and even bigger for Legacy because they can start to stamp their name at the top of the list inside of the WDA. Of course, plenty of hockey left here this season, but Sabres making a pretty good run at 10-1 right now, trying to be the regular season champions for the West. Jamestown at number 4, they're 5-5 in the conference. Mandan at number 5, sitting at 5-5-1 on the season. Hazen-Beulah's at number 7, 2-3-1 for them. Williston at number 8, Montano at number 9. The Demons are 1-8 in conference play and 1-12 overall the year. They sit in the cellar. Dickinson is at Jamestown. Bismarck is at Mandan. Those are the other games in the league tonight besides Legacy here in the Magic City at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Some of the state's top producers are in this hockey game tonight. Let's take a look at them. These numbers presented by our friends at NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. A good friend of Mr. Bob Gillen. Big thanks again to Bob. 25 years of doing what he does, and that's promoting high school athletes in our great state and this great sport that we all love so much. We get the pleasure of seeing some of the best players in North Dakota tonight. Drew Beasley, the young man on your screen in that picture, is number 1 in the state. He's been at the top of the list the entire season. 15 goals for Beasley, 32 total points for him. Marcus Butts also in the top 10. 26 points for Butts on the year, 14 goals for the captain of the Sabres. You'll also find Mackley Morelli from Minot, 26 points for Mackley, sitting on 14 goals. The rest come in the form of assists. Mackley sitting inside the top 8 in North Dakota. You take a look at those numbers presented again by NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. Pregame.com. It's a showdown tonight and a good one inside of this matchup between Minot and Legacy, coming together only for the 7th time all time. The Magi have put together quite a record against the Sabers. They're 4-2, again with their biggest win coming in their last matchup at the VFW Sports Center. That was an 8-2 victory in favor of the Magi. Will it be more of the same like that tonight? I would have to guess that that is probably not the case. That Minot probably won't blow the doors off of the Sabers here this evening. Anything could happen. I'm expecting a close hockey game here tonight with two really good hockey teams. Let's look at the numbers of this showdown presented by Ryan Family Dealerships. Here's the numbers and what these two teams look like on paper. 10-1 for the Sabers of the conference, 6-2 for the Magi. See the overall records. Legacy's only lost 3 times on the season. It's a Legacy team that comes into the showdown with a loss. Fargo North and West Fargo, they should have 3 losses on the year. That's what they've got because Minot's the only other team to beat them on the season. Since that loss against Minot back on the 14th of December, Legacy has rattled off 6 straight wins to get to 11 on the year. Look at the numbers for the goals for and the goals against in this showdown. Sabers scoring 61, the Magi scoring 63. Sabers give up 36, Magi have given up 37. Talk about as close as it's going to get as far as offensive production and defensive stature are concerned. One of the big numbers in this one, penalties for, while the Magi have taken 54 penalties on the year compared to the 36 that the Sabers have taken. But it's drawn 59. Legacy has drawn 40. X factor tonight, the top end in my mind for the Legacy Sabers. When you've got guys that are in the top 10 in scoring and the leading scorer in the state of North Dakota, you know that they're going to be tough to contain. That top end can get the job done. Look for Butts and Beasley to be big here tonight. They're X factor players every time they're on the ice surface. For the Magi to be in this showdown, it's going to be goaltending. Blaze Ostrom's going to need to be big in this showdown because with Legacy scoring at the pace and clip that they score, you know that they're going to have their chances here this evening. And goaltending will need to be big for the Magi. There's a look at the X Factor coming into tonight's showdown. It's the Sabers and the Magicians live from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. When we come back, we're going to dive further into the matchup by talking to the coaches. Ryan Farragher and John Grub caught up with us earlier on here tonight. Then we'll be joined by Mr. Matt Morelli. We'll dive further into this matchup as the Magicians and Sabers play in WDA hockey on a cold Tuesday night here in the Magic City.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're now joined by the co-head coach of the Legacy Sabers, Mr. Ryan Farragher. First things first, Coach, great to see you. You staying warm in this little cold front we've had?
Oh, trying to.
No problem for you coming from Thunder Bay, Ontario, I'm sure. I got to ask you real quick, in your playing days, was there ever games canceled up in Canada where you were from due to weather like that?
Unless it was like an absolute snowstorm, but cold, no.
Yeah, certainly not. The times have changed, and that's okay. We don't need to go down that path. We'll go down this path, however. 11-3 for your Sabres right now. And since Minot High, your last matchup with the Magi, things have seemed to have gone pretty well for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've been stringing together some wins, but by no means we've been playing to our potential yet. And I'm hoping that we can finish out the year where we're feeling good going into WDAs and then into state, and guys are rising or elevating their games to where we think they can be.
I know you were a goaltender, but when you've got a player on your team and two of them that are leading the state North Dakota in scoring, what do you tell those guys just to relax and keep playing the way that they are and not put too much stake in that?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have conversations about that, just more so on other areas of their game where they can improve and being more reliable defensively and just being an all-around player. I mean, obviously, we know that they can put the puck in the net. They haven't really gone through stretches where they weren't, and we haven't really had to address it at all. And just making sure they're focusing on their strengths and playing reliable defensively as well.
It seemed like the last time that Minot and Legacy got together, everything went well for Minot High, and just wasn't Legacy's night, but physicality seemed to be a part of that. How do you weather that storm against the Magi here tonight?
I think we just have to match it. I mean, when we're playing our best hockey, we're not thinking, we're not playing based off of what the other team's doing. We're just dictating our own play, and I think physicality comes into that. When we're not physical and we let another team kind of take it to us that way, that's where we see games like that happen. And fortunately, since then, we haven't had that. We followed up that game with a strong win against Century, and I think if we can match that intensity that we had that night and play the way that we can, should be a totally different outcome.
Yeah, it certainly will be. Is there one key in your mind tonight to get a different outcome?
Matching intensity and compete, and I think just playing physical and playing our game when starting on time. Not just getting our toes into the game, like dipping your toes in the water, feeling how it is, just getting out there and starting the game on time, playing the right way, and just good energy on the bench.
Final thing for you, how do you like my hairstyle without the beanie on? I had to take it off before the interview here tonight.
It's looking good.
Yeah,
looking good.
It's old school. Got to appreciate you. Thanks so much for your time here tonight. Ryan Farragher, the co-head coach of the Legacy Sabres. We'll talk to John Grub when we come back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're now joined by the Minot High assistant coach under a different name. First time that we've had him on the air this year, but a familiar face, of course, to the broadcast booth, Mr. John Grub. First things first, great to see you, man. How are you liking the new role at Minot High School?
It's good. I like it. Enjoy it. I still love coming to the rink, so it's a lot of fun, and maybe a little bit of getting back to coaching at the heart of what it is, and getting some chance to work with some kids one-on-one and not having to worry about some of the overall things so much. And It's been a fun year.
Well, it's been great to have you on the bench, of course, as always, and still the best-dressed coach inside the WDA, according to my mind. Speaking of which, this is a Magi team that's been looking pretty good as of late, but some Mother Nature cancellations last week. What does that do to the program, and what does that do for the kids having games that you're really looking forward to, and then all of a sudden the cancellations come in?
Oh, it's tough. They're disappointed. Whenever that happens, they're disappointed, and thankfully we're able to get these rescheduled. Sometimes in the past, obviously do the conference game, but in the past, some of these non-conferences have had to go out the window, and that's what really disappoints them. So, you adapt, and, we're able to be taken care of here. We got some ice on the one cancellation day, so the kids got to practice, and, you just kind of refocus on what's next and get back to it.
Huge win at Fargo Davies, obviously a non-conference game there, but anytime you can go beat an East school the way that Minot High did, it's got to be a confidence builder, right?
I think it is. Davies had their ups and downs this year too, so, maybe we caught them at a good time very well, but, our kids played hard, and it was good to see that if they play the right way, that they're going to get the results, even across the state, and just a good win to get in part of your season.
On to business tonight. It's a legacy team that certainly won't be an easy one. The last matchup, an 8-2 victory. I talked to Ryan Farragher. Put my hat back on too, by the way, because I had the old Charlie Brown comb over going there. But we were joking about that after he left the broadcast booth. But one thing that wasn't a joke was an 8-2 victory for the Magi last time we were there. It just seemed like everything went right for the Magi. Nothing went right for Legacy. You don't expect more of that tonight, do you?
No. We played really well that night. Got off to a great start. Like you said, things didn't go well for them off the start. But I don't think the 8-2 was really indicative of what the actual game was. Kind of throughout it. Maybe we would have had the upper hand that night, but they're going to be tough tonight. It's not going to be an 8-2 hockey game. We expect a huge battle tonight, and they're a good group, and we got lucky and jumped on them down there, and we're going to have to be ready to go off the start because hey, that script could flip really easily in this game.
How do you shut down a guy like Beasley or Butts and that long stretch pass that they're so good at making, and not only making but capitalizing on?
Yeah, you have to take away the time and space, and you have to take away time and space where that pass is coming from. So we're going to have to be good on the forecheck. We're going to have to keep them scrambling in their own end and really, really be on it. Third guy high, and our D are going to have to be gapped up in the neutral zone. You give them much time and space, and they're going to hurt you. And, we even saw that down there. Beasley scored a nice goal from an odd angle, but good shot. He had a little time, a little space to get it off, and it was in the back of the net. So that's going to be, a focus for us tonight is just cutting down that time and space.
Is there one key in your mind that stands off the paper for a victory for the Magi tonight?
I think we're going to have to get off to a good start again. I think if we come in here and let them carry play in the first period, it's going to be a tough night for us. So we need to, right off the start, have a good first 5 to 10 minutes of the game and kind of, set the pace for what it should be.
Great to see you, man. Thanks for your time, as always.
Awesome.
John Grub, co-head coach of the Magi in the past, now the assistant coach, one of the all-time greats. We appreciate your time, as always.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, John Grub. When we come back, we'll have more of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We'll break down the numbers of this showdown. It's the Magi and the Sabers, two of the top teams of the WDA. They collide tonight right here on the PSP Network.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Clean it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estbold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
Well, some games you just look forward to just a bit more when they're on the schedule. This is one of those showdowns. It's the Magi from Minot at 9-3-1, taking on the Sabers from Legacy at 11-3. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings you tonight's pregame contest, pregame of this contest. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Trained technicians, they're quick, it's convenient, you drive right on through. Timely service that won't slow you down, Matt. No appointment needed, stay in your car for the drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll bring in my broadcast partner, Mr. Matt Morelli, former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout as well. I brought it up earlier in the pregame here tonight. You don't expect it to be another 8-2 contest like it was last time at Legacy. That was kind of a fluke would be a word to use there that I think could probably fall in line for the way that I saw that hockey game. Would you agree to that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think Minot just kind of got the breaks, a little bit more of the puck luck and whatever you want to call it. It seemed like we capitalized. I don't think Legacy played horrible that game. It just seemed like Minot got off that lead, that 3-4 goal lead, and I think Legacy was just shell-shocked. They didn't know what to do and how to defend against that. Sometimes you get behind in these games, and that's a tough. You have to. There's a lot more pressure, there's more stress. Then you guys are doing things that they maybe normally wouldn't do, and you don't want to. Nobody likes to dig yourself a hole like that. You want to start off on a positive note and get out of the gates strong.
Time for our keys to the game on how both of these teams will combat that here tonight to get a win inside of the WDA. For the Sabres, they've got the chemical makeup to do it. 3 full periods is what Ryan Farragher's been preaching all year. You heard that in our coach's corner. They can put 3 periods together. They are tough to beat. That's why they've only been defeated 3 times on the year. For the Magi, their defensemen have to stay home tonight against 2 of the state's top producers in Butts and Beasley. Keys to the game brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Full contest tonight for the Sabres. The Magi defensively looking to stay at home to make sure that they could shut down some of the state's best. Let's go down to Duffy Novak for the presentation of tonight's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Star Spangled Banner from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. That means it is just about time for tonight's showdown between the Sabers and the Magi. Let's look at our Planet Pizza projected goaltender matchup. Guess what? Both these kids get the call here tonight, Matt. Pair of seniors got a pretty good record combined on the year. It's Tyler Miller, the All-Stater, with a .282 goals against average against Minot's Blaise Ostrom with a .333 goals against average. Both kids are under 90%, which is kind of a surprise to some people inside the state. Ostrom's got a pair of shutouts on the year. Tyler Miller looking for his first goose egg of the year. Those are tonight's goaltenders. We've met our starting lineups. That means that we've only got one thing left to do, and you know what that is? Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight, as he always does.
We've just been waiting to hear from Goody.
Yeah. And as Andrew Goodmanson would say from 701 Realty, is there two ways to spell Sabers? Or is Buffalo doing it wrong? I think there's two ways, Goody. I was confused by it as well, but thank you for checking in tonight. Andrew Goodmanson from 701 Realty, bringing you tonight's opening face-off. The Magi are in white, Sabers are in black. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena, and we are officially underway on a Tuesday night with the number 1 and number 3 teams inside of the WDA. The Sabers currently the top dogs inside the West. Strand's got it here, back to the point, up to Deal, across the line to Radke. Fired in, that one went just wide, comes back away up to the line. Deal will pinch and hold, comes back away now on the near side wall. Butts will go after it against Morelli. Puck's down underneath the end line. Strand takes it away, and here's Strand with it. He works it to the point. Radke fired it, hit traffic. That one went off of Beasley, and it comes back away down to Strand, and Strand will turn the motor on and skate back into the zone. Strand takes it down, fired it out front, nobody there. Taken away here by the Sabers, and it's off to Vasey on the near side. He couldn't clear it, comes back away. Look out, that puck's up into the seats, and a Souvenir will find a fan here, Matt, with 15:54 to play in our opening period. Good tempo and a good start early on here tonight. Did you know that there was two ways to spell Sabers? That's a good question.
Yeah, I did. I just didn't ever think of that, but I mean, leave it to Goody. He thinks of stuff that's completely opposite of you and I.
Yeah, that's one way to say it, right? Oh, we do apologize. I'm not exactly sure what that was.
You can't blame that one on me.
That one was not your fault. I'll guarantee you that much, my friend. My goodness. Well, we do apologize once again for that. I think we've got it sorted out. Face-off will come on the glove. Make it blocker side of Tyler Miller. All-West region selection, one of the top netminders in the state of North Dakota. Those numbers have been off just a bit from where his standard has been inside of high school hockey at our state. Icing on the play. Tyler Miller again sitting on a .282 goals against average and an 88.8% save percentage. He's played in 8.5 games on the year. He's given up 24 goals on 215 shots. Still made some saves on the season. They look for him to be big down the stretch starting here tonight.
For sure. You need your guy back in net to come up with some big saves for you.
Off the draw. Puck's taken here by the Sabers up off the far wall. These are the two teams that I had picked at the top of the list of the preseason to be in the WDA championship game. That would be a rematch of last year's title game where Legacy had the better of Minot High School to win their first ever crowd in the 2 years of program history. Puck's at center ice. Sabers will take it and dump it right back in. Harrison Johnson with 5 points on the year, sent it to the corner. And on the retrieve is Richardson. Tried to go back over to Matson. Comes away down to Schmeichel up to center. Lead pass too far in front of Panasuk. And it comes all the way down. This will be an icing brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State with more than 90% of recent college grads either being employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. Can't beat numbers like that, can you? Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State bringing you tonight's contest on the PSP Network. Off the drop, puck's down to the far corner. Magi have it now here with Panasuk up to Rutlick. He's into the zone with it. Rutlick hits the brakes on the far wall. I didn't go on the road trip with the Magi in their last trip out east, they had a win over Fargo Davies, 6-4. They also beat Williston on the other side of the state just last week. Pair of wins for the Magi, 2 in a row for them. Talked to John Grub in the pregame tonight about those wins over East Region opponents. Doesn't matter how their seasons are going. If you can beat a Fargo Davies, you know that it's certainly a momentum builder for the program, and it was that night. Minot High played well.
It did. I mean, if you can start well, it builds a lot of confidence throughout the game. I think especially against the Eastern teams, it's such a mind game where it's mental. Thinking that, I mean, we don't beat them very often, but if you play a solid game and stay out of the penalty box, you're probably going to do all right. Like tonight, we've got to do a better job in our own end of making smart plays back there behind the net. You can't just pass, rotate the puck behind the net when nobody's there. You're better off to fire it off the glass, get it out of our zone, because turnovers are so important in this game.
Minot's top unit back out. Up to the line it came, and it's sent back in from Deal. Puck comes back away now for the Sabers, and Butts will carry it. Speaking of top units, oh my goodness, that one went off the glove of Blaze Ostrom, fluttered in behind him. Ostrom's first shot of the hockey game was a little butterfly that came right over the top of the catching mitt, hit his glove, dropped back in behind him, and somehow stayed out for the Magi. Puck comes back away for the Magicians into the zone. Here's Morelli on the near wing. Cycles it down underneath the net, comes back away. Strand had it for a moment. Now it's Joel Anderson. Chips it off the wall on the near side, comes away to Deal. Now Morelli helping on the wall. Morelli butts toe-to-toe, comes back away for the Sabers, and they go out to center now for Beasley. Flipped right back in from the Magi and Radke at center. 4 minutes into the opening period, nobody on the board yet to the BNC National Bank scoreboard. This puck comes all the way down. Will it be an icing? It's not. Puck comes back away down to Deal on the near side. Up to Rodacker at center. Tried to feed it off now to Carter Coleman. Coleman carries into the zone. He's got it underneath the circle. Coleman sends it back up front. Oh, Schmeichel on the doorstep. Comes back up top. A drive from Manson. Went just wide of the blocker side. Minot High buzzing just a bit in the early portion of this first period. Another drive from the line came in but wide. Puck comes back away. That one tipped by Schmeichel. Miller didn't see it. It went wide, and it comes all the way back up into the neutral ice territory where McMahon will take it. He's plastered into the Minot High bench, and Avery McMahon is in some pain. He's hurt over on the far side right in front of the Magi bench.
That was a good clean hit. It was just a good shoulder, but he took it. It just, sometimes you take hits and you take them the wrong way, and it's usually the receiver that ends up sometimes on the worst end, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt. We're never about. We want good, hard, fair play, contact. If good hits, but sometimes people realize how fast these guys are going. It's the training is so much better. Training, the skating, the equipment. These guys can. It gets better all the time. You don't want to see guys have to leave the game. We want to play with all their guys healthy, and they want to play us against us with all our guys in the lineup.
I misspoke. It's Strider McMahon, not Avery. I do apologize. That's a key player for Legacy, by the way. Strider McMahon, 12 points on the year, matching the number on the back of his uniform. He's going to go down to the Trinity Tunnel. You hear the applause from the Minot High faithful. Oh, you hate to see that. Yeah, he got pinned into the Minot High boards right in front of the Magi bench and immediately just kind of buckled up. Jordan Willard went back to make sure he's all right. Off the draw, the puck comes back away. Down to the near side. Big hit on the near side wing. Oh, talk about a retaliation hit on the near side. It was Richardson that had the worst of that collision there with Easton Moose. Another big hit. Richardson returns the favor up at center. Gavin Mitchell is the one that took the beating on that play. Puck comes back up to center. Well, buckle up tight, Matt. This one could be an old school West Region tilt tonight, as the hitting has been exchanged early on in this showdown.
Well, you knew Legacy was going to come out strong after what happened last time in Bismarck, and that's to be expected. But when you're out here, you got to have your head up. You got to be ready. You better expect to get hit. But you know you're going to get popped. You got to get up against the wall. Let the boards take absorb all that force of the hit, because you don't getting hit in open ice full speed with another guy is not usually a good thing.
Face off on the blocker side of Blaise Ostrom. Not a bad crowd on hand here tonight for a high school hockey showdown. The asterisk next to that statement is the #1 ranked boys basketball team, the Magi, are at home tonight against Mandan. That's a big West Region affair. The girls were playing. Last I saw, Minot High girls were trailing by 6 with just about 5 minutes left of that contest. Here's Finley Bentz with the motor on up to center ice. Bentz will skate in, dropped it back. Beasley takes it away, butts in transition, and now it's butts up the near side wall. Chipped off ahead. Beasley will handle on the near wing. Taken away, Morelli. Here comes Mackley Morelli up to center. Bentz trying to catch up. Morelli fires, all went off of traffic, and then Bentz will move it up to the line where Radke had to retrieve, and Radke brings it right back up to the near side for Deal. Into the zone are the Magi, but right back to center come the Legacy Sabers. Lucas Vasey dumps it off ahead, back in behind Blaise Ostrom. On the near wall, goes back off away of Strand. Taken here by the Sabers. It's going to be sent all the way down. Will we have an icing? We will. That icing brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air, proudly helping the region with their heating and air needs for 25 years. Factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. 10:32 left in the opening period. Well, we got word that our audio was a little bit off here tonight. We do apologize for that. We'll see if we can get a fix for you. Sounded like Martians landing here inside the press box at one point. We're not exactly sure what that was. Hopefully that means that we're not going to outer space tonight, Matt. Puck comes back on the far side here for the Magi. It's the Magi off ahead. Back into the lineup tonight for the Magicians. Briggs Pickard suited up before tonight's hockey game. Will we see him here tonight on the blue line for the Magi as they dump it in from center ice halfway through the opening period? Nobody on the board yet. Richardson at center. He's got the puck here. Richardson makes a move into the zone, trying to feed Schmeichel. Too much on that delivery. Comes back away now here to Mitzel, and Gavin Mitzel's got it where he takes it and drops it back to the D-man, Braxton Hager. Hager up to center. Now Brock Madsen. Backhands it away to the near side wall. Got it back away to Panasuk. Comes from Richardson up to center ice. Holland into the zone, skating forward after it, but it's taken on the wall. Holland gets it back, sends it up front. Richardson comes back away. Rutlick fires. Miller, big pad save. Oh, Miller had the save of the game so far on the third opportunity for the Magi. Holland with a high riser, just missing, but comes back away now to the Magi line where Richardson's going to have to retrieve after it. He sends it right back in. Best opportunity so far of the hockey game was for the Magi, but Tyler Miller had a nice pad save.
Oh, great save. That's what you got to do. He's not going to give up soft ones tonight. I mean, he didn't have his best game when we played him in Bismarck, and you know that's going to, if he doesn't have, it's not going to have 2 in a row.
Puck's on the blocker side of Ostrom, walking, firing, hit traffic in front. Now another shot that's knocked down. Here's Isaac Lewis out in front. Oh, he fires it into the catching mitt, and Ostrom comes up with the save as Lewis was on the doorstep, point blank. But Blaise made the stop. Shots are 3-3.
If you're Minot, you can't give up those shots in the slot like that. You're giving up too many easy opportunities for Legacy. They've got too many talented guys up front. They're not at the scoring chart, top of the scoring list in North Dakota because they can't score. They're snipers. You give them chances and you're going to pay, and Minot, it's just, you got to clean it up a little bit in your own end, and that's just the way it is. We're going to have success tonight.
Off the near wing, up to center it comes once again. The Magi racing into the zone. First two are there in white uniforms. It's Bentz on the near wall with Strand. Now Morelli to the point. Across it comes from Lemon at the line. There's a shot from Deal, was Turned down, and we go back the other direction. Here comes Braxton Miller. Miller with Morelli back on the back check. Puck's going to roll into the Minot High blue paint. Morelli on top of it. And we will have a stop in the play and a face-off coming on Blaze Ostrom's blocker side. Nice back check from 21 and White.
Well, if you're these goaltenders out here, especially sometimes when you know guys have been out for a while, maybe you don't like what you see in your goalie, you just take a whistle. You take it, whatever, just freeze it. I don't think coach is ever going to be too upset with you unless you're short on time in the game. You want to get it played up the ice, but just get a whistle and get some guys out there that are rested up, waiting on the bench, they're ready to go.
Well, once again, we apologize for that audio issue. Hopefully we've got it corrected now here on the PSP network. We do apologize. Carter Coleman's going to go to the box. This is going to be a power play coming here for Legacy. First specialty teams activity of the hockey game, and it's the Sabers power play unit that comes out for the first time here tonight, Matt. They can be deadly with the extra attacker.
Well, you've got to stay out of the penalty box. There's no other way around it. You've got to be smart. You just can't mess around against these good teams.
Cross-checking was the call. Here's Strand, shorthanded. He'll take it down into the far corner. He just spins it off the wall. Minot High will wait back in the neutral ice zone here on their penalty kill as the ServPro power play is out here for the Sabers for the next minute 35. Up to center ice, it's Butts, moves it across neutral. Taken by Strand, he'll dump it right back down. Boy, Strand is really turning into quite a player for the Magi, isn't he?
Well, you kind of get on a kind of a roll where your production, your builds your confidence so much that turns into good play.
Strand, the junior for the Magi, has 19 points on the year. Puck goes down into the corner. Now it's Radke to the other end of the ice. Speaking of UFOs, he launched that one 200 feet to the Minot High kill. Has taken a minute off of this Legacy power play as they come up to center. Once again, we do apologize for those audio issues. Not exactly sure what the case was there. Out in front, Beasley's got it. Beasley sets it up now, and Beasley works it to the top of the point. Across from Hood. Comes back away for the Magi, and it's Holland that takes it to the other end of the ice surface, and he fires a shot on goal. 35 seconds remain of Legacy power play time. Neutral ice scrum for taken here by Strand. Chips it off ahead. Sabers with possession. If you're just joining us, they're in black. Minot High's in white as the puck's taken by Elliott Hood, the D-man. The senior with 6 points. He takes it down in behind Blaze Ostrom. Back behind the net, working away. Feed out front. Here's a drive and a stop from the Minot High net keeper. That's going to do it for the Legacy power play as Richardson has it behind the net. He'll reverse it. Got in the skates there, a stack. Then Madsen takes it and fires it down. Was it touched at center? It was. Icing should have been waved off.
That's a bad call. The Bismarck Legacy defense is right there to go play. And if he can't, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that rule. It's like if you're going to play it, you don't handle it. That should negate that icing.
5:24 left in the opening period. Two of the top teams in North Dakota going toe-to-toe, representing the West region in a conference battle at the Pepsi rink. The rivalry with Bismarck High I don't think is dead. However, the Demons are 1-12 on the year, Matt. It's a sad day in North Dakota high school hockey when Bismarck High, the maroon and whites, have struggled the way that they have. Hopefully that changes a tide here. We see the Demons rise once again. However, I think it's fair to say that Legacy and Minot High is maybe taking that place of that rivalry that was Minot High Bismarck High for so many years, dating all the way back to 1992 when Those two teams played for a state championship, and the first ever West Region state champion was Crown. Magi got the win 8-7 that night over Mike Peluso and the Demons. Puck's away on the near side. Mike watching tonight, I'm sure, probably saying, why do you have to bring it up every single time?
It couldn't happen to a better guy.
Puck comes back away on the near side. Mike, one of our color analysts on the PSP network, he does a fantastic job, not only on the broadcast, but on his guide service as well. Mike Peluso outdoors. So what we should do sometime is this puck comes all the way down. There's an icing. Faceoff will come back in the Magi end. We should go on the ice house, with Mr. Peluso. Maybe grab a couple beverages and some meat to grill.
I think you're his employer. Can you line it up?
I think we could probably make that happen. Can you imagine the stories between Matt Morelli, Mike Peluso, ice fishing, a lot of great hockey, two of the best to ever play out of our state of North Dakota. Face-off on the glove side of Blaze Ostrom. Shots are 5-4. Sabers have the advantage. But it's scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard here with Deal back in behind the net. Pinned up there by Butts. Nice play from Butts to free the puck. Back at the line. Across to the near side. Here's a drive knocked down by the glove of Morelli. Caught that one right in the palm. Squeezes the hand a bit as he skates up the ice. That doesn't feel very good. Comes back to Radke now, and Radke goes back up to center. Here come the Magi into the zone. They've got numbers as Bantz will walk, fires waffle board stop. Morelli bats it out of the air. Comes back away down to Bantz. Now Morelli again on the wall. He's pinned in deep. Puck's taken all the way back up at the point. Deal has it, fires, save. That one off the pad of Miller. Comes back up to Deal at the line. Tipped in front, Morelli. Oh, what a play that was. Morelli trying to wrap. He does. Shot. Net is off its moorings. Bentz then put the puck in the net. Nobody from Legacy saw it, but the net came off its pegs beforehand. And with 3:18 left in the opening period, the Magi had a flurry of chances. They ended up with 4 shots on goal in the last shift for Minot High's top unit.
Well, you got to get shots on goal. Sometimes we talk about defensemen keeping the puck down so you can tip them. That's what you need. Good shot by Deal. Low shot, somebody gets the deflection, that's where they're going to come. You just got to keep grinding away. They'll come, but you got to keep getting shots on goal.
Through the goal mouth, went wide to the near side. Richardson has it at the point. Vasey now spins it up off ahead. Got it to Garley. He dumps it down into Minot High defensive territory. Down to 3 minutes to play here in our opening period. Here's Richardson. 4-on-2 back into the zone for the Magi. Richardson on a tee, sends it in. Save there from Miller. Schmeichel back behind the net. Out in front, calling for the puck for the Magi was Hagenau. Schmeichel's going to come away with it. Schmeichel on the wall, far side. Back out in front of the net. Now it's taken at the line. Radke couldn't get it into the zone. It's taken here on the near side wing, and the scrum will end up in Minot High's territory. Make that Legacy territory now as an icing on the play brings us to the other end of the ice surface with 2:21 to play in a scoreless first period.
Well, I mean, it's been back and forth. I still think Minot's defensemen got to be aware of that long pass. You can just tell like, some of those Bismarck forwards are just leaving the zone. They're looking for that long pass. You got to be ready for it. You have to know what, if anybody sneaks behind you, just go stand right next to him.
Off the draw, Rutlick tried to go back door, fired side of the cage. Oh, Panasuk was over on the far wing. The arms came up from the Magi fans. They thought it was 1-0, but the shot was just wide on Miller's glove side. 15 minutes have been played in the opening period. Each team with their chances as they exchange blows in this WDA affair. Under 2 now in the period. Holland up to center. Sent right back in by Johnson.
The goalie's got to get out there. Blaze got to get out there and stop that puck. They ring it in. You read it. You got to stop it.
Off the near wall. It's bumped off ahead again. Lemon moves it back to neutral ice. Scrum's going to continue out at center where it's going to be moved across. Up top, this is Jamison Johnson fired in. Pad save from Ostrom. Underneath the net now, the puck is going to lay here for Lemon. He'll pick it up, fire it up off the glass, clears the zone, comes all the way back into Legacy territory. Their D were on a change. They're going to take it and fire it forward here from Joel Anderson. Down it comes, icing waved off. 1:10 to play here, opening period. At center ice, it's bounced off ahead from Strand. Fired back into the neutral ice territory. Lemon sends it back underneath the goal. There's Duffy Novak with the 1-minute call. Thank you, Duffy. Here comes Beasley. State top producer walked over the line. Offsides is the call.
Our defenseman coming up the ice, you got to make a good play. Flipping the puck in the neutral zone to nobody isn't really, that's only when you have time, you don't do that. You got to make a good play. You draw somebody to you and find that open guy. Don't just flutter it out to mid-ice, mid-neutral ice. You got to make a solid play.
Well, there you see the graphic on the screen. The WDA hockey tournament coming back to the PSP network. Huge news from us at the PSP network. Watch every game live from the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck, February 15th through the 17th. We'll be there, happy to bring it to you on the PSP network. Huge news, we'll have the WDA basketball tournament on as well, coming up in March. Puck's out to center. Radke couldn't bat it in. Here comes Butts with it. Fires. Waffleboard stop there from the netminder for the Magi Ostrom. Deal flips it up off the glass. Hit a stanchion. Now it's going to be Strand that's going to carry in. Strand will walk it down. He fired. That one hit traffic there. It came right to the stick of Hoon, and now it's pushed back up to center. Beasley at neutral ice here with Radke. Comes back away for the Magi and Deal up to Morelli. Morelli's into the zone, dropped it back. Strand carries down. Here's Strand, side of the cage. Oh, chipped it out front. That one came right to Morelli, but the leg of Miller was there. Caught him down, kids. 3, now 2, now 1. Another flurry for the Magi, and my goodness, the top line for the Magicians has been generating some chances. 10 scoring opportunities in the Magi. Unable to get on the board, as are the Legacy Sabers. What a contest it's been. Good back and forth so far here tonight from the Pepsi rink at Mason Arena. We're through one period of play. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. First intermission report brought to you by Magic Towing. It comes up next.
This presentation on the PSP network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card.
It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
One period complete from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Scoreless at the end of one. Welcome to our Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone right now. You'll be glad that you did when the situation arises. It's 701-509-4011. It's 701-509-4011. Magic Towing brings you our intermission report here tonight. Nick Hulberg alongside of Mr. Matt Morelli, the former Minot High standout and former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux. Matt, overall, your thoughts on the first period? That's kind of a little bit more maybe what we expected last time these two teams matched up down in Bismarck. Good hockey game so far.
For sure. This is probably the way it should be. It's a tight game. You knew Legacy was going to come out, hard right away. I think this first period they've been a lot more physical, which we didn't see in Bismarck. And if you think I'm wrong, you didn't watch the game, because it was Minot came out, I think, and just took it to him early down there, and I don't think they could recover. They were down too much after that. But tonight, it's back and forth. I think there's been a couple nice chances on both sides. You talk about goaltending. You need that guy to come up big, make the routine saves, but during the course of a game, make some that you're probably not going to make. You need a couple of deflections, maybe a breakaway, things that were, like you said, it looks like a sure thing, sure goal, and the goalie comes up big and keeps your guy. When you're a player and you're out, you got a guy back there that is can handle the pressure and is making some big saves. He's kind of in the groove. He's on a roll kind of, and just the puck looks big for him. We'll say you're a goalie and you see it, and it just everything seems like it's an easy save. That's what you want. It takes a lot of pressure off the players when they happen to maybe take a chance and make a mistake, and your guy back in net makes a huge save. Well, that just gets the bench. That takes the bench morale to a different level, and you don't have to be. It's like you said, your goalies they're quirky. They're a little different. You know how that goes, and sometimes it's kind of like when you take a pitcher in baseball. Sometimes and he's having maybe that game where it's deep into a game and he's got a no-hitter going. You just leave him alone. You don't really even talk to him. You don't want to go near him. You don't want to touch him. And hockey's a lot like that. You want to pep him up, and of course he's your teammate, and you got to give him positive things like that, and you just let your goalie. I always thought when I was coaching, I don't care how you make the save, you just save the puck.
Make it.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job because I wasn't a goaltender, but whatever it takes within your capabilities of athleticism, you just do it. And the coaches on these benches aren't going to ask any questions because most coaches, aside from Farragher, Coach Farragher for Legacy, most of the coaches playing, the head coaches, they're not goaltenders, and they weren't, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need a variety of mix for a staff, but tonight, good game both ways. You came to play. This is what we want to see, and there's nothing wrong with, like, if it stays like this, a 1-2 goals it might be a 2-1 game.
Yeah, barn burner brewing in the Magic City after 17 minutes. Busy night on the PSP Network, by the way. Take a look at that Planet Pizza live look in Mandan and Minot High and boys high school hoops. They're in action tonight as well. Planet Pizza will deliver tonight 701-852-1700. If Planet Pizza's not on the menu tonight, try it for the lunch buffet. Weekdays 11 until 2 at Planet Pizza. Time to take a look at the numbers from our first period of play. Well, there isn't a whole lot to report when nobody scores, Matt. Only one power play. Legacy went 0 for 1 on the Surf Pro power play. Minot wasn't granted any specialty teams activity with the extra attacker. Goaltender stealing the show, 10 saves to 7, as Minot out shooting Legacy 10-7 in the opening period. Those numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships.
Made your job easy for a recap.
I like that. It certainly is. Speaking of Planet Pizza, we don't have any Planet Pizza here tonight, but look at this. I got to show you this. Brock Matson's Grandma Ruthie sent a special care package here. Look at these Scotcheroos, my man.
Oh, boy.
They're world famous.
I'm a couple steps ahead of you. I had them before you did, but she made so many. She said, make sure Nick gets his share. And I'm like, I had to let Brent Matson be in charge of them. Otherwise, you might have been missing a row or two.
Kind of feel like a mom grizzly bear over here protecting my cubs with these things.
I'll just stand back over in the corner of the booth here. I don't want to get in your way.
I like the idea. I'm going to have one of these Scotcheroos. We're going to get set to bring the teams back out onto the ice surface. Scoreless at the end of one. Second period comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Heat wave outside, 9 degrees in the Magic City here today. Certainly not chilly inside of the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Got ourselves a little bit of a barn burner brewing up. Well, you just saw the Minot High cheerleaders on the screen, and my goodness, talk about a winning program. Congratulations to the Minot High cheerleaders for winning the Best of the Midwest in Fargo last weekend, Matt. 24 hockey and basketball, Minot High cheerleaders secured the grand champion status for the third year. The team won all 3 large team divisions and 4 small group events, as well as the best choreography. Tell you what, Minot received medals in every event that they entered. Team is coached by Vitaly Klimpel and Alita Norris, assisted by Maddie Holmes. Congratulations to the team. The Best of the Midwest. It's a three-peat for Minot High's cheerleaders. Wow, fantastic work.
That's great. You like those cheerleaders, and they put in as much time as these guys do. Their distance is a different a different activity, but they take pride in what they're doing too. And these guys are lucky when they have cheerleaders that cheer them on, go on the road, and they're doing their thing too.
Well, they're going to try to cheer on Minot High on their home ice to a victory here tonight. Legacy number 1 in the West, Minot number 3 in the West. We are officially underway for the second period of play. Morelli's got the puck here inside the blue line. He fired it, hit traffic, knocked down. Morelli's got it back behind the cage. He spun it back away there, where it's going to come down to Beasley, the state's scoring leader here in his junior campaign. Beasley's got 32 points on the year, better than any other player inside of North Dakota high school hockey. Into the zone now here for the Sabers. This is Isaac Lewis. Lewis back behind the net, surveying. That one almost went off of Eric Steele, the official. The Magi bring it up to center. It's a 3-on-1. In comes Strand. He's got Morelli out front. Strand fires it. Glove save. Finley Benz called for it out front. Fired it on. Miller's got another stop. Got bad news for the rest of the West region. Tyler Miller's in the pipes tonight. And Tyler Miller looks like the all-stater that we're accustomed to seeing inside of North Dakota high school hockey. That young man, I've been saying it for a couple of years. He's on the radar, on my radar, as probably the best goaltender in the West region, and he's certainly been tested a few times here tonight to prove that he's back on the razor's edge of playing that sharp style again here tonight.
Well, they need him. They need him. It's going to come down to, we knew it wasn't going to be not like it was down there.
Puck's at center, goes off for Richardson. He's got it in front of the Legacy bench. Strider McMahon was injured in the first period. He went off. Strider McMahon back on the ice surface now for the Sabers in that number 12 uniform. Glad to see him back. Scary situation. He went right into the Minot High bench and then ended up getting hit into the bench. They opened the door and he went in after he was in all sorts of pain. Got taken care of by Trinity Sports Medicine, and he's back on the ice surface, which is good to see. 15:27 left in the second. Tonight's game brought to you, by the way, by our friends at the UPS store, located on South Broadway in the Magic City for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. They're open 6 days a week at the UPS store. Blaze Ostrup's blocker side is where the draw lies. Comes to the point. Fired in. Blaze with a stick save. Puck goes down to the corner where it's batted away by Caleb Johnson. Taken now here by Coleman with a backhand. Coleman got it up to Schmeichel. Tic-tac-toe to the zone to Rodacker. Rodacker gets around a man. He's going to skate down. Here's Rodacker out in front. Fire save. Rebound. Coleman batting. Shot comes in. Miller another stop. It's loose on the doorstep. And it's swept on out. Delayed call coming here on Legacy as the Magi send Blaze Ostrom off. Schmeichel's out with it. Trying to go back to Rodacker. And the power play comes out for the first time tonight for the Magicians. Ryan Family Dealerships replay. How about that generated play here from Adam Rodacker?
That was a nice play by Adam. You bust the net, bust down the ice, get a shot on goal. If there's nothing wrong with shooting from bad angles, you just have to make sure you hit the net. You put it on net, the rebound was laying right there, easy could have went in. It's a scramble. People couldn't find the puck, and that's what you got to do. You got to get we need some greasy ones.
Rodacker generating a play. And to serve pro power play as the Magi bring the specialty teams out on the offensive side for the first time here in this showdown. Panasuk was pushed out of the zone there as it's going to be taken all the way down by Mitzel. Ostrom tried to play it. Beasley took it, fired it off. Oh, Morelli got a stick in the way of that one as it was almost a short-handed goal for the state's top producer in Beasley. Up to center now. Morelli's in with it. Here's Morelli, top of the circle. Hits the brakes. Pinned up here. Creates some space. Morelli, he'll walk. Fires. Hit traffic out in front. Morelli somehow wrangles the puck back in. Gets it over to Panasuk on the near half wall. Panasuk back up. Got it to the line where Deal's got it. He's got a man on top of him. Back to Panasuk. Fires. Another blocker. Stop there. And the puck is sent out of the zone here by Butts. And the Magi regroup at center now as it's taken here by Panasuk, who's in. Easton Panasuk across the middle. Back to the point for Deal. Shuffled down Morelli. Bouncing puck. Wrangled in the corner here by Strand. Eric Steele, the referee, ended up with that one on his skate. Comes back to the point now for Deal. Down to 43 seconds of serve pro power play time. Deal from the line. Fires, stick save. Puck comes back away now. Up to the point. Morelli and Deal handle it here. Deal's going to be forced out of the zone. He's going to have to regroup. Magi are going to have to touch up on sides. They will. And it comes all the way back into Magi territory where Deal's back on the retrieve. And the Magi work with 20 seconds of power play time remaining. Exit pass out of the zone for the Magi with a miscue. Now the puck lies in the corner. It's going to be sent back out in front. Knocked down by Deal. Comes back away to Radke. Minot High feeling some heat here from McMahon and company from the Sabers, and that will do it for the first power play of the game for the Magicians. The Sabers successful on their penalty kill on Minot's serve pro power play opportunity.
Kind of sloppy in their own end. You got to be better than that. You've got to be crisp, making hard passes. You start getting too loose, and as you see where it ends up, we're not getting A-quality shots, and we give up a scoring opportunity.
Moose is going to carry it to the other end of the ice surface. Madsen interrupted him. Comes back away now. Here from Rutlick up to Schmeichel. The Magi are in on a 2-on-2 drill. Schmeichel took it wide over to the far side. In deep for the Magi. Rutlick to Holland. Holland back out of Gretzky's office. Worked it back to the point. Comes to Richardson. Then Holland again. Fired out front. That one hit traffic. Back to the line. Madsen's got it. Shuffles it around. Got past Rutlick. No, it didn't. Rutlick got it on the wall. But now it's freed by the Sabers, and they're going to push it back up to neutral. Richardson back to Schmeichel. Just couldn't hit the tape. Maybe he did, just couldn't corral it in.
Got to have those. Yeah, you got to catch those passes.
Richardson back in behind his own net. The freshman for the Magi working here. Shuffles it off the wall. Held in by the Sabers. Comes away now to Carter Coleman. Reversed it back behind. It's taken away here by Marcus Butts with 26 points in this campaign. Now it's Richardson back to the near side. Tried to go to Hudson Cope. Got through his skates. And back at center, it's fired right back in. This comes all the way down for an icing that's brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, either virtual or in office. It's Prestwich Orthodontics online at BonnetBraces.com. 7th time that the Magi and Sabers have matched up in the young rivalry that now is Legacy Minot High. Year number 1, the Magi and Sabers played twice. Minot won both of those games. Minot won at home 5-3 and then 3-1. They played twice last year in the regular season. They split, winning on each other's home ice surfaces. The rubber match was in the WDA championship, and the rubber match belonged to Legacy right here at the Pepsi rink. They won by a score of 4-2 to be the champion of the west side of North Dakota. They went over to the Ralph Eggleston Arena in the opening round of the state tournament last year, and they dropped in a absolute heartbreaker to Davies in 2 overtimes. That was a 2-1 hockey game at the Ralph last year. Minot had a heartbreaker in the opening round as well to Cheyenne. They lost by a goal in the closing seconds of regulation. Just about 6 minutes into the opening, 6 minutes into the second period here at the Pepsi rink in Minot. Still scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Big hit on the near wall. Puck is freed off the hit from DeSheen. Comes back away to Minot High territory, and on the retrieve now is Lemon, who's got it here back to his partner, Andrew Coleman. Coleman starts the motor, the big burly D-man. Up to center, got it to Cope. Cope walked in, darts it down to the corner, back in behind Miller. Minot went for a change in fresh horses. Unit number 2 out, if you will, for the Magi. As Deals got it back at the point, sent it to Cope, but he went off for a change. Now it's sent right back into Minot territory. And with 10:19 to play in the second, there's an icing on the play, and that icing is brought to you by Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits. Nobody does it better than Mason Kramer. Find him online, MasonKramerPhotography.com. Are you curious how the Scotcheroo was? 10 out of 10.
I was just going to say, I didn't hear any complaints out of you.
Did you even see me breathe when I was eating it? That was the...
Well, no.
real question mark, wasn't it?
Pretty quiet over in your end.
Fired in from center. Puck's down to the corner. Sabers have possession. Oh, was almost taken away there by Panasuk. But now it's Legacy up into the neutral ice zone. Ben Garley's got it. He carries it down. Shots of the hockey game are 14-9 Magi. Here comes Panasuk. He can motor. He's up to center with it. Panasuk with 22 points on the year was picked off at center. Now his line mate Holland will take it and fire it right back in. Pepsi rink at Mason Arena holding around 2,400. I think you could probably get close to 27 before the fire marshal comes in on standing room only. Nowhere near full here tonight, but not a bad crowd again for this high school hockey showdown. This puck comes all the way down again, and the Sabers are content for an icing call. That one brought to you by Shields. Shields brings you the player of the week this week. Vote on the PSP Network social media platforms. Shields of Minot and Bismarck, proud to support our mission of promoting high school athletes.
Minot's got some breaks there. Legacy's iced the puck 3-4 times here this last 5-6 minutes, so they've got a couple breaks here. Legacy not firing right on their passing, but sometimes the icing's not bad. You just don't want to keep having them over and over.
Top units back on for both teams. Some of the state's top producers are on the ice surface, including the leading point getter, Beasley. Here's a drive from Minot High's Strand. That one make it Bentz. That one went off the stick of Miller. And now into the offensive zone, it came for the Sabers, only momentarily. Dump and chase for the Magi, and the hunt is on as the puck's down in the far corner. Back away now for Isaac Lewis. Met by Morelli. Oh, Morelli tattooed him on the far wall as the puck comes underneath the net now for Butts. Lewis to Beasley. To the corner for Butts. Radke in on the attack. It's taken by the Magi. They're going to work it up to center ice. Finley Bentz reeling the puck in after the pass there. Finley Bentz had a hard time corralling it. That one goes off the glass and back out to neutral. Legacy's been hemmed in here. Minot High forces them to ice the puck once again with 8:27 left in the second. Shots are 15-9 Magi. What is it about Minot High's forecheck that's causing Legacy to have to ice the puck?
Well, I think they're putting a lot of they're forcing their defensemen, Legacy defensemen, into turnovers. They're a little quicker. I think they're winning the race to that loose puck, and they're putting a lot of pressure. And I think there's not a lot of outlets for the Legacy defensemen, but Minot's had some opportunities coming up the ice, and they're just mishandling the puck. And it's like, come on, you got to be ready for the puck and make a play. If you don't have a play, just chip it in and let somebody else get in there and forecheck. You don't want to be turning the puck over just inside their blue line.
Magi go on the attack again in the offensive zone. Puck's taken down and deep from Coleman. Comes to Rodacker. At the point, here's Pickard with it to his partner across. Here's a drive. Lemon sent it wide. Puck comes back away. Nice to see Briggs Pickard back in the lineup for the Magi. Missed the majority of the first part of the season out with an injury. Puck's back behind the Magi goal. Ice has been tilted towards the Legacy net here in the second. Puck's on the ice. It's going to be played here by the Sabers and up off the wall. Rodacker's got the hit. Oh, a delayed call coming on the Magi. And Rodacker's going to go to the box. As Jake Stack's arm came up immediately, we'll take another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. What are they going to get him for here? A charging?
It's on Lemon.
Cross check on Lemon.
Yeah, cross check, or maybe a charge, maybe.
Cross check was the call on Jace Lemon. He's into the box. And the power play comes out for the first time in the second period for the Sabres. Second time in the hockey game. 2 power plays for the Sabres, one for the Magi. Neither team has scored yet on the man advantage. At the line, one-timer. That one came from Butts right into the breadbasket of Blaze Ostrom. He went down and made the save. So we take a look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. 50 years in Western North Dakota for Ryan Family Dealerships. That's a howitzer from Butts from the point. Ostrom had a clear line of sight on it, and he saw it all the way. Manson back to Radke.
Oh boy, those got to be all the way down. I mean, put something on it.
Strand short-handed, had a touch on it, but the puck's taken down by the Sabres, and Butts back in behind his own net. Will start it up to the center ice zone here, where he drops it back. Beasley. Butts to Beasley. Now Johnson. Here's Johnson into the zone. Just named 3 All-West region players. Legacy's been stacked with them. Here's Beasley down to the corner, walking, firing, save, rebound, loose out in front. Puck comes away to the Magi. Strand's got it. He sends it all the way down. Under 7 to play in the second. We're officially halfway through tonight's contest. Nobody's on the board yet, but Legacy's got a chance with the man advantage. One of the highest powered offenses in the state, a team that scored 61 goals on the year. It's 4.3 per game on average. That shot from Butts sailed wide. Taken here by the Magi, and Radke clears it that time. Gets it to the far blocker side of the goaltender Miller, where it's going to be picked up here by the Sabres and Elliott Hood. Back up to the neutral ice territory. Oh, nice read there from Holland. He intercepted with the stick check. Taken off the wall to the far side, where it comes away from Garley. Panasuk has the hit at neutral. Minot causing Legacy some trouble here on their power play, as the pressure from the Magi has been good, but the puck will come all the way down this time underneath the Minot net. Deal's got it here. Deal right up no man's land, but he sends it down in on goal on Miller. And Miller plays it with the Bauer stick, and that will just about do it for the second power play for the Sabres. 10 seconds left of the Serve Pro power play. 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology at Serve Pro. Minot's full strength. Into the zone now is Isaac Lewis. He carries down in behind Ostrom. Reversed by the Magi D-man deal. Over to Morelli. Oh, it took a funny bounce off the wall right in front of Morelli. Then Richardson comes flying in. Puck's freed here for the Magi. Ed Strand, he reverses it back to Richardson. Richardson tried to go to center to Morelli, but he sailed it all the way down. We've got an icing here with 5:16 to play in the second scoreless hockey game. And the shots sit at 16-11, favoring the Magi.
Well, it hasn't been too bad. It's a good kill by Minot High. I don't think Bismarck had a lot of quality shots, but you've got to, we talk about making plays coming out of your own zone. You've got to be on the tape. You've got to make better plays. If you don't have a play, you got to carry it. Carry it or do something different, but taking it and just firing a hard pass for the sake of that is not really what a coach wants to see. Be smart. Under control. Same when you got the puck.
Here's Brock Matz in the center. Grandma makes some of the best scotcheroos I've ever had. That's official after the first intermission, where I got to sample one of them. Puck comes back away now to Matson here on the near side. Got it ahead forward into the neutral ice territory. It's taken by the Sabers, and it's dumped right back in. It's been a chess match at the Pepsi rink. These two teams have gone back and forth here in this hockey game. No real advantage. Minot High's had the better of the scoring opportunities and the quality chances in this game, but both goaltenders have been big. Now Finley Bentz up to center. Look at him wheel and deal. Fires. Oh, what a blocker save there from Miller. Puck comes back away now here to Panasuk. Cross the line to Coleman. Andrew Coleman sent it in. Puck's taken right back out by the Sabres and back into Minot High territory. Lemon quickly off the wall. Holland tried to free it. Now it's taken by the Sabres and Harrison Johnson. Back into Minot High territory, but it's Finley Bentz that's got it. Bentz to Holland. Panasuk at center. Puck's rolling on in. Comes back away now. Here to the Sabres right in the neutral ice territory, but it's Panasuk that's got possession. Easton Panasuk up to neutral ice. Here's Panasuk in over the blue line. Panasuk in between the legs. Takes it down, dropped it back. Coleman. Coleman fired it in towards the net till the stop is made. Miller will hang on to it with 3:40 to play here in the second period. It's a scoreless game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Another opportunity, however, from Finley Bentz. That one caught the waffle board of Tyler Miller.
Oh, when you're in doubt, just put it on net. We've got to have some guys crash the net for rebounds. But still, Maya's making too many fancy passes. Just get the puck in the zone, offensive zone, and take some shots. You don't have to be so pretty all the time. Just hard, old-fashioned hockey usually seems that works at every level.
Minot High averaging 30 shots per night that they take. Legacy outdoing them by 3. Minot at 31, sorry. Legacy at 34. Both teams giving up around 20. The Sabres give up 24. The Magi give up 20 on average. Beasley to Botts back into the zone. That tandem is hooked up on the season plenty of times. Enough to be the top tandem in the state of North Dakota as far as scoring is concerned. Here comes Schmeichel. Offensive territory for a moment for the Magi, but right back out to neutral now from Butts. Comes back away now here from DeSheen. Taken by the Magi, and it's Deal. He's going to walk, fires. Oh, big blocker stop there from Miller. Deal arose with the puck and somehow fired the shot on goal. Nice play from Deal and a good opportunity for the Magi D-man.
Oh, great chance. Great stick handling. It was good moves. Have a dangler.
The dangler, without a doubt, comes away down to Rutlick. He wants some. Out in front for Strand. Oh, just couldn't wrangle the puck in the slot. 2:18 ticks down here in the second.
Well, you've got some tired Legacy players. Take advantage of it. Keep the pressure on them.
Here's Morelli out of the pile with it. High riser to the blocker side, missed. Radke at the point. Flips it down with the 9-iron into Gretzky's office. Back down in deep where Strand works on it. Strand's going to come out with it. Strand surveys. He'll fire out angle. Loose in front. Comes to Strand. Fires. He scores. They were buzzing like sharks in the water, Matt, and they finally find the blood. The Magi strike for the first of it tonight. It's 1-0.
Well, we talked about that sustained pressure. It was a long shift for Legacy. Probably not. They couldn't get a whistle. They've been icing the puck a lot this second period, but when you got a team tired, you're pinned them in their zone for a minute and a half, that's when you really, like you said, put the screws to them and get some shots on goal.
Magi lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll wait for the official goal call coming here as the stop is made by Blaze Ostrom. There's Duffy Doback on the call.
Well, if you're Minot, you got to tighten up a little bit. Don't give up one now.
90 seconds to play here in the second. Bentz is back in, fires loose in front of Miller. He goes down, he's gonna hang on to it. Well, the goal call was Tegan Strand on the board, and Tegan Strand picking up number 20 on the season. That's in the point column. Holland was in on the assist. Morelli had the primary assist on the goal as the Magi are up 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, I think if you're Minot, just be smart this last minute period. Don't take chances. If you got to get a couple whistles, that's okay. But it's like your most important time of the game is the beginning of the period, end of a period. Just because don't think one goal is going to, that Legacy's going to sit back and hold their tent on one. That's one shot. So you've got to be better. Build on that goal now. You've got some momentum going. You got the crowd into it. The bench is fired up. That's what you do, is take advantage of it.
Radke's got it here. Comes back away down a deal. Well, the last time these two teams played, Minot won by a score of 8-2. There's the 1-minute call from Duffy Doback. The goals came in bunches. The Magi scored 4 in the first period, and boy, did they rattle them off like fireworks on the 4th of July that night at the VFW Sports Center. Certainly a different game here at the VFW's, here in the Magic City at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. I was going to say twin brother, but that really didn't do it a whole lot of justice. No offense to anybody. Oh, Morelli lost the stick on the play. That's going to be a interference call. Ooh. Borderline on the penalty shot, isn't it?
I was going to say the same thing. I almost could have called that a penalty shot. It looked like he had, but I suppose he didn't have a clear, he didn't have a clear breakaway. But either way, you take the power play and you go to work and get some quality shots on goal. You got 23 seconds here.
Power play brought to you by ServPro. 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. By the way, just to clarify to all of our Bismarck friends listening, I love the VFW Sports Center, by the way.
Sports school, yeah, it's a great place.
It's where I got my start in broadcasting with the Bismarck Bobcats. Spent 4 years with the Cats, the old VFW Sports Center. Talk about glory days. Magi power play with 15 seconds. Oh, it's in front of the net, rolled right out in front to Coleman. Man. My goodness.
How did we not bury that? Came right out. So it just goes to show you, it just doesn't happen to Minot teams.
Something that needs to maybe be looked at with the stanchion in the glass. Watch the shot. Right out in front to Coleman, and somehow Tyler Miller made the save on that play.
Great save by Miller to have the heads up play to get back in there and be ready to make a save. Unbelievable.
Count them down, kids. We're at 12 seconds of the period. Deal spun it down to Panasuk. Over to Morelli. He fires loose in front, knocking on the doorstep. Coleman again, and Tyler Miller shuts the door on the point-blank chance with 4.9 seconds left of the period.
That was a nice play. I mean, you take mine, you got to move the puck around. I mean, Legacy they just want to get out of this period. Let's just get out of this period without giving anything up here. But you need shots on goal.
Off the draw, 4 seconds, now 3. Johnson down on the puck, back in behind the net. That will draw a crowd, and the conversation continuing behind the Legacy goal. We are through 2 periods of play. Well, are you entertained tonight, my friend, or are you entertained here tonight?
Well, I don't know what's been better. Those you're talking about, those Scotcheroos or the game?
Speaking of which, we've got about a 4-minute break. We could probably have another one. Magi get one in the second. It's the only goal to be reported in the hockey game. It's 1-0. Maroon and gold at the end of 2 periods played. Magic Towing intermission report comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I picked Carson Wentz. I picked Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Two periods are in the books, one to play. What a hockey game it's been here tonight. Welcome back into our second intermission report, brought to you by Magic Towing. Put the number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call. Matt, my favorite game is a 1-0 hockey game with the goaltender duel, with a lot of big hits and a lot of opportunities. This fits right into my ballpark here tonight. Overall, in your mind, how would you rate this game from a fan's point of view on an A to F rating here this evening? It's been pretty good.
It's been a real good game. It's been pretty tight. I think there's been some good physical play. The refs are letting them play. I mean, these games will go quicker. You don't have a lot of stops and play. And I think if you're Legacy, they're doing exactly what you're on the road. You just want to give yourself a chance at the end. And your mind, you can't take their top guys lightly. You don't give them any room. You keep hitting them. You get in their way. You slow them down. You don't have to blow them up. You just have to slow them down so your teammates can come back and help on the back check and clog up the shooting alleys and the shooting lanes, passing lanes, because a lot of times in games in hockey, they don't have to be pretty. You're not, most of the time they're not. You saw a couple of the one goal, it was just kind of a flurry and it was a shot, and you can't really blame Mueller on that. He kind of made the save and it kind of squirted out to the left to Strand, and then you take like where Bismarck's Legacy's had some good chances too, but I think Minot's probably had a little bit better quality chance now. Now we'll be on the power play here, but if you're these teams, you knew it was going to be tight. We knew that. We knew it was going to be close. I mean, it's just rare when high school teams are scoring 7-8 goals, 6-7-8 goals. It's not going to happen every game. And some people love all those goals, but I'm sorry, it's not going to be a every game thing. You're going to have tight games, and sometimes teams need games like this to say, we've got to dig a little deeper. What do we got to do to come out, play a hard 17 minutes and come out on top? These points are huge. We talk about these points. They're all important, but it seems like when it's a Bismarck school, it's just a little more added flavor. I think you'd agree.
I certainly would. As we look at these highlights brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships, you can see in this hockey game there's been opportunities, and the goaltenders have made saves here in this showdown. When you look at the scoring of this, only one game scored. Tegan Strand scored his 20th point of the year. That goal coming right here. Why don't hide another opportunity from Coleman coming up in just a moment. We'll look at that one as well in just a moment, as maybe the save of the game here for Tyler Miller coming up in just a moment. Right here, boom, right in front of the net.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, so just quick reaction. And I mean, that's what you need out of your all-state goalie. You got to have them come up huge sometimes for you that can be a difference in the game, and they're in the game. It's far from over, and there's not a lot of breathing room on either side. If you're these teams, you don't want to take chances, and you don't want to have turnovers in your own zone. We've talked about just getting it out of your zone when you're in trouble. There's nothing wrong with icing the puck. Problem is, in high school hockey, not a lot of kids know how to flip it out to center ice, like a high flip, chip it out so that it's not an icing call. Not many kids can do it. I'm not saying that to bang on kids. It's just it's a fact. And if people don't want to, if you watch enough hockey, you'll know exactly what I mean. The higher levels, juniors, college, and the pros, they're good at it. They practice it. They work on it all the time. But that's the difference between of guys that have experience and guys that are lower level hockey.
You asked that question about the importance of tonight and why this is a big one. Back to that with those standings on the screen. You see Legacy's at number 1, Century at 2, Minot at number 3. The Magi have played 9 games. Century has played 8. Century got a 6-point win over Hayes and Beulah, so they have 27 points on the year compared to Minot High's 18 and Legacy's 33. However, a sweep in the regular season for Minot over Legacy gives the Magi a pretty good opportunity to finish inside that top 4 in the WDA, which would give them quote-unquote home ice at the WDA tournament, which is always an important factor. Magi trying to make it 3 in a row on WDA regular season championships. What do they need to do in this third period of play to come out of here with a win tonight?
I think if you're Minot, you've got to keep that momentum rolling. You're on the power play for, I think, about a minute and a half. You've got to get some quality shots. It starts with moving the puck around, win the faceoffs. We talk about faceoffs. So many times they're overlooked, but you've got to take pride in them and pride in those, and especially in the offensive zone. You've got to have those. I mean, there's plays designed on faceoffs that people don't understand, and coaches give them headaches when things aren't executed right. And they're just, it's the heat of the moment. If you're playing and you have a chance to gain possession of the puck, the face-off, it starts with a face-off. Especially on a minus on the power play, you lose the face-off, they'll usually send it all the way down. Now you got to regroup, but I think if you're a Minot, you keep playing physical. You stay with your game. You don't do anything. Don't lose your head. Stay out of the penalty box. Your legacy, I think you just say, you know what, we've got to get a little more offense going. 12 shots in 2 periods with players like Butts and Beasley. We talk about their scoring. They're skilled. You don't want to give those guys any extra time. They will make you pay, and they will cause headaches in the offensive zone if you let them freewheel and don't hit them. You've got to get in their way. I don't think they're frustrated. They're going to get chances, and they've had a few chances. But if you're either one of these teams, you just want to play smart. You've got 17 minutes. I don't think the refs, are letting them play for the most part.
Amen.
Yeah, which is great. We've talked about, calling the obvious. Let them. The other stuff. It's a game of hitting, but I think the coaches are going to say, hey, this is what West Region hockey's all about. Tight games, and you got to love to see it.
Got to love to see it. Absolutely. Numbers from the period look like this, through 2 periods, I should say. Brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Locations in Minot and Williston. Find their massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. It's Ryan Family Dealerships. Had an experience at Ryan GMC a couple weeks ago. Man, they do a great job. Top to bottom, the sales experience at Ryan Family Dealerships, 10 out of 10. Speaking of 10, Minot High had 10 shots in that first period. They had 15 more in the second, 25-12. They lead that column. 24 saves for Miller, 12 on the other side here tonight for Blaise Ostrom. 3 power plays in the game so far. And the Magi and Sabers are each 0 for 2 and 0 for 1. Minot High will have a carryover power play coming into this third period to start things off in the third. There's a look at the numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. This week on the PSP Network, we're not done yet, Matt. We get to see you again coming up on Thursday night, Minot at Bismarck High in boys high school hockey. 6:30. Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Girls and boys wrestling in Minot the same night. Bandans in Minot to take on the Magicians, boys and girls in wrestling. Friday's a big one. Minot's at Legacy for high school basketball and girls and boys play. And Bismarck is at Century. Then on Saturday, we've got Mandan at Legacy. Todd Domry's on the call on Saturday at 3:15. Busy week on the PSP Network as we get ready for the postseason, which is right around the corner. 2 periods have been played. We've got ourselves a 1-0 hockey game. Minot High on top on their home ice here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Third period comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
From the 26-yard line, nearing the ServPro red zone, are the Demons already. Handoff, Henke dances in the hole. Now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Henke, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick-out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Buckle up tight. Third period's upon us. WDA showdown with number 1 Legacy coming in at 10-1 in the conference against number 3 Minot at 6-2 in the West. Minot's in white, Legacy in black. Nick Hulberg, Matt Morelli on the call. If you're just joining us, the Magi are up by a goal. Tegan Strand's 20th point of the year that came at 15:08 of the second. The only goal to report in the hockey game. The Magi power play works here to start the third. Morelli up top, got it off, down a deal. Sent in, went wide. Rebound, Penasuk fired. That one comes away off of the pad of Miller. Back at the line, Morelli's got it down low. Strand walks, fires, pad save again, Miller. Sent out of the zone by the Sabers and down into Magi territory it comes. Morelli and Rutlick were the ones that assisted on the Magi goal. On Tegan Strand picking up goal number 8, point number 20 on the year. Legacy sends this puck to the other end of the ice surface.
If you're Minot, you've got to make better plays entering the zone. You don't just, you're better off to loop around and regroup, but you got to get some quality shots. We haven't really had, what you want on the power play. You want some shots from the middle. You can't force it.
Puck's going to be taken here by the Sabers. Going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to say the next goal, whoever gets it wins this hockey game here this evening. Morelli's got it up top. Deal's got it, fires it in, save, rebound, loose in the paint. Strand fired again as Penasuk came in and the stop was made off the arm of Miller. Sabers are full strength. Beasley fired off the arm of the goaltender Ostrom. Penasuk up through center. Into the zone come the Magi. Fired down, it comes away now. Here to Holland. Bentz has it back. High rising backhand missed. Rutlick to the corner for Finley Bentz. Bentz is out with it. We're back to 5-on-5 play as the Magi have gone 0 for 2 on the Serve Pro power play. Behind the back pass from Rutlick off to Holland. Now it's taken down by the Sabers. This will be an icing. It's brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward can help you. They've been helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. It's a long time, my friend.
Long time, that's good. When people are in a long, long time, you know you can trust them. I was going to say, you know, you talk about a matchup of lines. I think we've done well with the first top 2 lines, but it's those second and third lines that got to produce.
Off the draw comes here where it's taken away from Elliott Hood. Pinching in at the point for the Magi was Madsen. Down into the corner. Rodacker hard on the attack. Comes away now for Madsen again up at center. And Madsen's got it here. Well, the chess match within the game that so many people may not recognize with Jordan Willert, John Grub and Jason Bennett against Ryan Farragher and Wade Davison. A showdown here in this contest that certainly has been good. Those are well-respected coaches. Farragher and Davison in their first official year as the head coaches after they replaced Mario Lamoureux, former UND captain, former pro hockey player, now the Bismarck program director down in the capital city. What a dude Mario Lamoureux was for the Fighting Sioux back in the day. Remember watching him play for the Sioux?
Oh yeah, he was. All those Lamoureux were good.
Puck comes away to the near side where it's going to be taken by the Magi. We interviewed Mario Lamoureux down in Bismarck back in December when Legacy and Minot High came together for the first time on the season, and we had the conversation just about the changing of the game. Here's Morelli out trying to get it out front. It's going to be taken back at the line. Radke pinches and holds. And that conversation about the East and West. Mario growing up playing for Grand Forks Central. The Knights, just a powerhouse of a program, more state titles than any other program in the state, with Red River shortly there behind. Here's a holding penalty. This is going to be charged on the Magi. And Mac Morelli's going to the box. I didn't see it.
I was just kind of on the back check. I mean, it's close call. I mean, it's. I think in a tight game like this, you could probably call that either way, but maybe the referee had a little bit better angle than we did. But I mean, I don't know. That there's been a lot of that tonight that they haven't called, so we'll just leave it at that. You guys, listeners can make their own assumptions of it.
I was just going to say, you must have listened to Tony Robbins in the positivity speech this morning.
Nobody's more positive than me, I'll tell you. I am like a Tony Robbins, but you have to you think, well, let's kill it off. Let's be positive. We'll kill it off. It doesn't any good complaining about it and saying it's a bad call. We just have to do a better job of not making those plays.
Puck comes here for Panasuk, launches it all the way down. By the way, I'm a big Tony Robbins fan. I love that guy. I also love officials. I truly do. I thank those guys so much. They just get beat down, don't they?
They do, but I mean, they get beat down wherever, no matter what sport it is. They do, and that's just
nature of the beast.
Yeah, it's just our passion for the game, and people don't understand that, then you're not a sports fan.
Taken by Radke, fires it all the way down. Back to Mario Lamoureux, that conversation, and what Mario talked about trying to build on the west side of the state is just a style and a level of play that can compete with the East region once you get to the high school level. Be great to see that. Here come the Magi, 2-on-0, shorthanded for the Magicians. Strand's got Holland with him. Out front, Holland. Oh, he couldn't wrangle it in as the rolling puck was on end.
Waited too long to pass it. You got to make a better, quicker pass. You're almost in the corner by the time you pass the puck, and that's a tough play for the other forward for Holland there. Good effort, but it's got to be bam, bam. It's got to be quick. You don't get many chances on shorthanded opportunities.
Puck comes away now to Johnson. Taken by Strand. Well, they're going to get another one here. Strand is in. Strand's going to go by the D-man. He lost control of the puck. Net came off its pegs. And a stop in the play here with 11:41 to play in the third. 34 seconds remains in Legacy's third power play of the game. It's a Serve Pro power play. I got to ask you this. Minot is home to the North American Hockey League for the Minot Minotaurs and the MSU Beavers in the ACHA. They've got marsh pegs that are here. They also have the breakaway pegs. They're using the breakaways here tonight. Do you know if that's a rule or why they wouldn't use the big boy quote-unquote pegs tonight?
No, I don't. That's a good question. Yeah, I guess I don't know. That's a tough call, but sometimes it seems like with nets they come off really, really easy. And I guess the safety reasons, but still, it's like, okay, well, we don't want to question the arena staff, but sometimes we just don't know.
Big pad save out front. Ostrom kicked the pillow out. He robbed McMahon, and the puck comes all the way down. The Magi kill is successful. That's their third penalty kill that is on the positive here tonight. Panasuk's back in, breakaway. Panasuk walks, fires, all pad save off the stick of Miller again. Best opportunity here in the third for either team, and the Magi were robbed by Tyler Miller, the All-State netminder.
We've had some great chances. We just can't bury them. There's been a couple breakaways. Deal had a great chance earlier in that second period, and now Panasuk. And you just get to a point where you've got to put them home. I mean, you do. I mean, a goal scorer, sniper, that's the ones that you just, like you say, you're licking your chops and say, wow, me and the goalie one-on-one. Oh, man, I mean, that can be a backbreaker in a game like this.
Here's a replay brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Tyler Miller seeing shot number 32 right here. Kicked the pad out and shut the door on Panasuk. Shots are now 32-13, Minot high. Out shooting Legacy in this contest. They lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. But goals have been on a premium tonight, courtesy of Tyler Miller in the blue paint. Ostrom on the other end as well. Here's a drive pad save again. Another pad save. Strand's got it here, back to Richardson at the point. He'll fire that one through traffic and wide. Puck comes back away at the line, off the glove of Miller. Tied up in deep. Taken here by the Magi as Mac Morelli has it, walks into the slot, fires. Oh, that one went right off the top of the knee. That's a stinger and still down for the Sabers as Mitzel. Magi get it back. Called front. Rutlick missed. Here's a drive from Morelli. And the Magi are buzzing again with 33 shots on goal. Just can't find a way to bury it.
You're right. You have to hit the net. Put it on net.
Blocker side of Miller on the faceoff. That young man is certainly in our conversation for the player of the game here tonight. Tyler Miller has been sensational. You'll see him again on Saturday when Mandan is at Legacy at 3:15 in the afternoon. Minot in action again on Thursday night when they take on Bismarck down at the Wachter Arena in Bismarck. By the way, if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube platform. Like and follow us on all social media platforms as well. Here's a chance out front. Oh, it rattles the pipe and in. Sabers tie the game at ones.
Well, we talked about giving up 2-on-1s. They're going to come back and haunt you. If you keep giving them, you can't rely on your goalie to stop all these 2-on-1s. But and on the other hand, you're the Minot defenseman. You need to play the open guy. You've got to let the goalie take the shooter, and you just got to angle yourself that you don't want to let that pass come across, and that cost Minot there. It's a defensive. We've been just flirting with disaster, and you just got burned.
Caleb Johnson just went off the bar and in. And it's now 1-1 with 9:30 left here in regulation. Up to center, here come the Sabers with Easton moves. Let's listen in to Duffy Novak on the official goal call. Johnson and Mose in on the Caleb Johnson goal. That's his first of the season, by the way, for the Legacy Sabers. What a time to get the first one, Matt. Ties it up here in this hockey game.
Well, like I said earlier, don't mean to toot my own horn, but you need the guys that aren't your top line guys to come through. You need contributions from all of your players, not just the top guys. You need from your top to your bottom, forward or defenseman. Somebody has to do something at the right time to make a difference in this game.
Well, I made the comment that the next goal would be belonging to the team that wins this hockey game. Let's see if that holds true now as Legacy was down by a tally. What a shot that was from Johnson as he rattled the bar and put it in over the glove of Blaze Ostrom.
Oh, great shot. That's what I mean. That's the game. You get guys get chances. You got to take advantage of them. Sometimes you don't get in. You don't get any in the game.
14th shot of the game on Ostrom ended up rattling off the bar. Here's Rutlick breaking free. Rutlick carries down. He's upended. Now it's taken here by the Magi. Radke sent it Ahead forward, goes off of Facey. Oh, that's a tricky one in on Ostrom. He made the stop as he went down. Those are not easy to play like a second baseman on the ground. Hopper right at you. Under 9 to play in regulation. 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot out shooting Legacy 33-15 in this contest. But we're tied at 1, courtesy of Johnson for the Legacy Sabers. That's Caleb Johnson, the junior, his first of the year. And on the other side for the Magi. And on the other side for the Magi, it's Strand, who picked up his 20th point of the season from Morelli and Rutlick. Back in the second. Tonight's game brought to you by the UPS store located on South Broadway in the Magic City. Big thanks to the UPS store and Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State. The Magi and Rodacker have it here. Sent it out front. Schmeichel O's behind him. Puck comes back away up the neutral ice territory. Carter Coleman with a backhand. Pitch forks it into the zone of the Magi. Give chase. Puck's taken here by the Sabers. Trying to clear out of their own end. That's Strider McMahon on the wall. Taken up at the point there from Rodacker. Sends it in with real estate here on the near side. And chipping it up off the glass was Braxton Hager. Comes up to Richardson at center. Richardson backwards into his own end. Back to Rodacker. Off it comes Coleman. And down underneath the net it comes around to the far side wing. Rodacker's got it here. Fires it forward. Oh, high riser. Hit traffic out front. Schmeichel into the wall. Puck's tied up at the half boards. Still scrubbing forward here. It's a 3-for-2 scrum. Legacy's got the extra attacker, and they've got the puck. Here's a drive that comes in, and Miller makes the save. That was after a big Rodacker hit on Johnson on the wall.
Careful. I mean, you have to watch it when you're by the boards. I love your approach and your intentions, but when there's a scrum and if somebody comes out with it, boy, you can't take that extra step. It's going to be a charging, a boarding. I mean, check from behind. You have to watch it. You got to be careful.
Here's Panasuk off the draw. Tyler Miller goes down and makes save number 34 in the hockey game. Minot State brings you tonight's contest. Best way to predict your future is to create it. They've got over 100 areas of study at Minot State. If you had to go back and be something else, what career path would you pick, do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe something in the healthcare field, maybe a doctor of some sort.
I like that idea.
Yeah. There's always a demand for it.
My brain automatically went to an art major. I think that's where I'd be.
I wouldn't think you were going to say that.
Making sculptures. Puck comes away to the near side. I'm not joking. That's really what I would do. Here comes Finley Benz. Oh, he sent it upstairs and wide. I don't know how I would put that into applications or apply that in life, but
yeah, I don't know. I think you're meant to be a sports guy.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, you got the voice, and you got when you're doing what you're doing, you got to have the passion and the love for announcing. And I know hockey's your favorite, but you got to love them all, and that's your job, and that's why you're successful.
Well, I appreciate the kindness, my friend. Face off on the blocker side of Tyler Miller. Well, when you get to call games like this, it certainly is a treat. Puck's out in front. Oh, nobody home for the Magi, and here comes one of the top players in the state. Butts wants it back. Basie on the near side, upended from Deal. Comes away to the far side wall. It's Mitzel now that rings it around. Back to Johnson at the line. Blocker stop, loose in front. Butts has it, but we've got a high stick.
Good call. Yep. No, you talk about these games where it's just you get a break here and there. It can do so much for momentum. Okay, Legacy's kind of picked it up a little bit here in the last 5-6 minutes, but Minot, you still seem like you're taking it to them on the forecheck, but you've got to keep going. Sometimes it's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time. You see shots coming from the point, you got to get to the front of the net.
Puck's on the blocker side of Miller off the draw. Minot High Mandan and high school hoops tonight. That was a big matchup. We thought we might be in store for a good one at Magic City campus here tonight. All Magi leading in that contest at 77. Let me make sure I get it right, to 42 right now, Matt. The Magi, #1 ranked team in the state with under 5 to play, dominating. Rutlick backhand. Oh, he's hooked up on the play. No arms are up. Morelli coming to talk to Jake Stack, saying, "Where's the call?"
Could have missed one on that one, but I mean, you have to, like, if you're these teams and you think you're getting shorted. I mean, as much as we want, we see it on both sides. They're letting them play. You got to get out there and work hard. You can't let one play ruin your night. Just like you're saying, Tony Robbins, think positive, get back to work and go and make it and do something better the next shift.
That's a tough one right there, but then again, Jake Stack knows what's on the line here. It's prison rules right now with 5:49 left in regulation. It's 1-1 between two of the top teams in the West region. Oh, it's been an excellent hockey game here at the Pepsi Rink. Richardson from the line sends it in. Who's going to get the next one? Will extra minutes be needed in this showdown? To center we go now as the puck's taken by Caleb Johnson. Netted his first of the season here in this hockey game. Oh no, then on the other side of the ice, there's going to be a call coming here on Richardson.
Oh boy, now that one, I don't know about that one.
Oofed up.
I think the guy just lost his balance. I mean, if you're Bismarck Legacy, you guys got, you probably got a little bit of a break there. I don't know, just because you get a little shove from behind, that's probably a fall down. That's probably not a penalty every time, maybe, but that's, like you said, tight game.
5 minutes for boarding? No, Steele, you got to be out of your mind right now,
boy.
my friend.
Come on, that wasn't even close to being a 5 minutes.
Steely.
Holy cow, I don't know what he's thinking there. He's missing a good game here.
Oh my goodness, I just got done complimenting the gentleman. They're going to give him the gate. He's going to the room right now, Matt.
He's the smallest guy in the building right now.
Oh my goodness, 5:24 left in the third. And Jordan Willard having a conversation with Eric Steele. Oof.
Wow, that one's hard to swallow.
My goodness.
If you live in Bismarck and you think we're getting homered, you're dead wrong. I don't care what anybody says listening. You're not. They missed a. That was. I can see a 2-minute penalty, but a 5. Oh my God! I think they maybe need to go back to the refs module and do their test over.
5-minute power play for Legacy when we come back with 5:24 left in regulation.
To your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
While we talked about career paths at Minot State University, I wouldn't want to be an official. Eric Steele has that duty tonight. He had a 5-minute major on that play that puts Legacy up on the man advantage, able to score as many times as they would like on this 5-minute major power play. And we're down to 5:24 to play here in the third. Well, Sublime's got my favorite quote of all time, and the Magi could use that right now. I can't use the first words of it because there's some profanity in it, but basically if you either live with it or fight it, it's all the same either way, so you might as well buckle on down, and that's what Minot High looks to do here against Beasley and Butts. Now they're going to kick Strand out of the faceoff dot. Jordan Willard, he doesn't get animated a whole lot on that Minot High bench, folks. And right now, Willard starting to look a little bit more like Gary Sampson from the mid-90s. Puck comes back up to the point. Johnson's got it here. Comes away now. Butts has it back to Johnson. Johnson to Beasley. Centering feed. Oh, Morelli got a stick in the way of that one, and Johnson's got it back up at neutral. Jamison Johnson, the D-man, takes it across center ice. Over the blue line, Johnson's going to carry down. Under 5 to play in regulation. 4.5 to play on the Serve Pro power play. Morelli's got it, and he sends it to the other end of the ice surface. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology. It's Serve Pro at center ice. Here comes Beasley into the zone. Offsides is the call. And the faceoff comes back out at center. Well, we talked about these young men earlier on here tonight. Drew Beasley, #1 scorer in the state. He's been held off the score sheet tonight. 32 points for him. You don't have to go far down to find Marcus Bunce at 26. They're on the ice surface for the Legacy power play. Well, correct me, they went off the ice when I pulled that graphic up. Nevertheless, it'll be back out, I guarantee it, in the next 4 minutes. That's how much time's left of the Serve Pro man advantage here for Legacy. Their 4th power play of the game. 0 for 3 to this juncture in the contest. Sabers have it down to the far corner. It's going to be worked here by McMahon. He was hit early in the first period. Glad to see him back. He's more than all right to this contest. On the power play now was taken by Panasuk. McMahon's got it, fires, hit traffic, loose, side of the cage. Taken by Radke, then Deal. Deal's got it here. They need to hurry with it. Now they do. Real estate for Radke. He waits and he just launches it up to center. Hit a stick in the neutralized territory of Garley. And Legacy will regroup in their own end. Elliott Hood back across, up to center. Madsen back on the retrieve. Madsen's got his man pinned up on the wall. That's Easton Moose. Legacy's out with it. Bunce back to Jamison Johnson. Bunce at the point. The captain sends it down underneath the net. Back to Beasley. Far point. Down to the bottom of the circle. Turning and firing. Quick shot on goal. Stop was made. Moose was robbed. Then the chance for Madsen couldn't clear it on out. Comes up to Schmeichel. Sabers have possession. Bunce sends it in off the end wall. Comes away now to Madsen. Madsen having a hard time clearing that puck out. Has a third time as the charm opportunity. And he sends it out to neutral ice and back into Legacy territory. 2:55 to play here in regulation. Legacy on the power play. Only 30 seconds separates the power play time from the game clock. Radke's got it. He sends it down and Radke clears it 200 feet.
Well, you've got 2/3 of it killed off. You just got to take it a minute at a time. Don't get too excited. Don't think scoring. Just think kill it.
Here comes Bunce. Dangles his way in. Bunce is going to go coast to coast in front. What a stop there from Blaze Ostrom. Maybe your save of the hockey game right there as Bunce was bidding for number 27 on the season. That would be .27. But the left leg of the netminder for the Magi comes up huge on stop. Number 17 of the hockey game. Into the zone. Take it here, McMahon. Take it away. Deal's got it. This is a 2-on-1 for the Magi, shorthanded. Deal's got Strand with him. Out in front. The pass was picked off there.
Come on, you got to make a better play than that. At least get a shot on goal.
Garley had the excellent defensive read. It's taken by the Magi. They dump it down. Back in behind Miller. We're under 2 minutes to play in regulation. How do you like WDA hockey on a Tuesday at the Pepsi rink between number 1 and number 3 in the conference? McMahon's in, fires high up into the mesh. And the Magi.
I think if you're reminded, you call a timeout. Call a timeout and get your guys. You got a minute 9 to kill. That could be a shift. But you got a timeout. Why wouldn't you use it? I just think these games are important. Let's get it, get the guys out, the personnel you want out, the rest calm things down. But what do we know? I guess we're just dumb announcers.
Off the draw it comes. Madsen's got it here. Flips it out to neutral. Beasley's got it to Beasley. Brings it back in. Taken by Butts down underneath the goal line. Lemon has the hit in deep. Puck's free down. Moose has it here. Back at the point, Beasley. He'll turn and fire. Down to the goal line it comes. 45 on the power play with 1:09 left in the contest. From the line, into the catching mitt it goes. And Blaze Ostrom comes up with another stop here. Shots are 36-19. Minot High's got the advantage. It's 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard in the 7th all-time matchup between Minot and Legacy. And the Magi are looking for win number 5 all-time. But right now it's the Sabers that have 41 seconds of power play time remaining at the tail end of the game. Beasley's got
should have been a trip there.
Up top, Butts walks, fires, he shoots and scores.
They missed a call on that. Should have been interference.
Jason Bennett wants to talk it over with Eric Steele and Stack. The Magi bench is livid. They just kicked back Morelli out of the hockey game. You got to be kidding me, gentlemen.
Tough way to end the game.
2-1 Legacy as Bots put it in. Oh my goodness, Jason Bennett still wants to talk it over here with Jake Stack. Oh, look at Bennett, look at Willard. They had such a good game going here in this contest of officiating, and boy, did they let the train fall off the tracks. Two buddies of mine, just maybe not their best efforts here tonight. 2-1, Sabers on top, nevertheless, with 55 seconds left in the game. And there's more power play time coming from this. There's that trip call that you thought they could have had, and then Butts just beats the netminder right over the glove. And Butts puts it into the back of the net. He's had himself quite a year, hasn't he?
Yeah, you can't give their top scorers, that kind of much time and space, and that they'll make you pay. And we've talked about it. That's what guys do when they're goal scorers. You give them room, they're gonna score.
Well, Butts has 15 on the season now, and the lead for the Sabers. It's 2-1. 55 seconds left. The Magi have Morelli kicked out of the game. They kicked Mackley out of the contest. He gets a 2-minute and a 10. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next 32 seconds. Conclusion of this one when we come back to the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Down the stretch we come in this WDA showdown. Sabres have a 5-on-3. The Magi lose their top performer in Mackley Morelli as he's kicked out of the hockey game. Sabres have it here with Johnson. He'll carry it. Johnson underneath the net. Comes away to the far point. Beasley's got it now, and Beasley sets it up. Back to Johnson. Johnson back over to Beasley. Beasley handling, drop down, Butts fires. Oh, that one just went wide through the goal mouth and all the way down to the other end of the ice surface it comes. 30 seconds to play. Minot High needs a goal to get some points here tonight, but they've only got 3 gentlemen on the ice that go against the 5 now for the Sabres, make it a 4-on-5 now as the Magi bring the extra attacker out. Here comes Blaze Ostrom out of the net. He's going to wander back in as Finley Bentz has it. Final 10 seconds to play in regulation. Cut them down, kids. Out front, here come the Sabres with a chance. Legacy's going to improve to a record of 11-1 inside the West. Big one tonight for the Sabres. They come from behind with 2 third-period goals. They take down the Magi 2-1 here tonight. What a contest that was. And Minot High's coaching staff still not impressed after this hockey game. Now Eric Steele is telling Jason Bennett he's kicked out of the hockey game. Get a grip, Steely Dan. Come on, my friend. What's going on here? 2-1's the final. Sabres get the win tonight over the Magi.
presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finland Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
What a showdown tonight at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. 2-1's the final. The Sabers get the win. They improved to 11-1 inside of the West Region, 12-3 overall on the year. The Magi suffered their 4th defeat of the year. They're now 10-4-1, 6-3 inside the conference. A bit controversial probably at the end of the hockey game. Here's a look at that replay on the Butts goal. He's going to fire it over the glove of Blaze Ostrom. 15th of the year for one of the top scorers in the state of North Dakota. Good effort for him here tonight, without question. It's our post-game show brought to you by our friends at Valvoline I'm sorry, I better get my bearings underneath me here. It's our post-game show brought to you by Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads. We need some banana cream pie after that one. A wild affair. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, but we walk a fine line with what we do in this booth without question. But I think that anybody that's a hockey fan tonight could say that it's a hard one to swallow in some of the calls that were maybe made in the last 7 minutes of that hockey game here tonight.
Yeah, Minot battled. I mean, in both teams, it was good. It was back and forth. You just hate to have it come down to reffing. We know there was a penalty on that 5 minute, but on that call, but it should have been a 5 minute. I don't know.
I didn't even have it as a 2, Matt, to tell you the
Bismarck. Yeah, I mean, it could have been no call, but sometimes when you're the referee, you got to let the players decide. Now you take a 5 minute penalty at crucial part of the rest of the 5.5 minutes left, and you go on a 5 minute power play for Legacy, and Minot had basically taken them out of it. They had Bismarck Legacy had a few chances, but there was a good kill all in all, and then there was I guess if you're Minot, you just have to suck that up and swallow it. That's a stinger. I mean, it's not, you can't lie. That one hurts, but that's West Region hockey. I guess you look at it and say, you know what? I guess we got to get back to practice tomorrow, and we've got 3 more games. Got 2 more West Region games this week, which you got to have. You got to take one at a time. You can't look past any of these teams, but there's a lot of good things, but there was things that Minot can work on, and it'll just have to get better on Thursday.
It certainly will. Thanks again to James Knudsen for always being such a great help to us here at the press box, giving us the official score sheet. Looking at the scoring of this hockey game, Minot scored first at 15:08 in the second. Tegan Strand from Mackley Morelli and Ryan Rutlick. That made the hockey game 1-0. We went into the third on that score. Caleb Johnson got his first of the year, assisted by Harrison Johnson and Easton Moose. That tied it at 7:21. Then on the power play with 55 seconds left in the game, it was Marcus Butts from Drew Beasley and Jamison Johnson to give Legacy the lead. They never looked back in the final 51. There's the strangle on your Ryan Family Dealerships highlight reel package. Final shots on goal tonight. Minot had 36. They outshot Legacy 36-20 in the showdown. Tyler Miller with 35 saves, including that one right there, which was quite a save and up for the save of the game in this contest. That's without question. Minot had 10 shots in the first, 15 in the second, 11 in the third. Legacy had 7, 5, and 8 for the 20 that they put on Blaise Ostrom. Quality scoring chances. Minot dominated that category. They had 3 in the first compared to Legacy's 0. 4 in the second compared to Legacy's 1, and 3 in the third for each team. Total was 10-4. Minot had 10 quality chances compared to Legacy's 4. Minot won the faceoff category. They had 30 faceoff wins compared to the 25 for the Legacy Sabers. There's a chance for Panasuk and one of those big saves for the netminder here tonight. Here comes the first goal here for the Sabers, is walking down Johnson to Johnson, off the bar and in. That was a beauty right there. Get into some of these highlights in this third period when it's tied 1-1. I think one of the pills that's going to be hard for the Magi to swallow in this contest, you'll see a highlight coming up in just a few moments here. This is a Rodacker hit on the near wall. They put the whistles away. I even made the comment that they were letting them play prison rules at the end of the hockey game. Under 6 to play, and here's a chance for the Magi in a breakaway. Rutlick wrapped up just a bit. No call on that play. The very next highlight, if I'm not mistaken, is the 5-minute major that you'll see on Richardson coming here in just a moment. Here's the 5-minute major call. I really don't have that as... I don't know that I have that as a 2, Matt. I would like to look at it again. Here's the opportunity for Butts coming in, and the stop was made there as big pad save came down, and this is where the Sabres get the win. Butts takes it, fires, scores, and makes it 2-1. That's the final tonight. Those highlights brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Total numbers in this hockey game. On paper, they look like this. Minot had their opportunities. Tyler Miller was just a big key to the cog here tonight for the Legacy Sabres. Planning Team Financial at Shots Crossroads bringing the postgame show. When we come back, we'll hand out some awards in this hockey game. Few to hand out here tonight, including our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game. And the MVP brought to you by Sport Clips. That all happens next in the Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Two one's the final score tonight. Legacy in the 7th all-time matchup against Minot High. It's a little closer to 500 with their third win. Final score 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Find them online, planningteam.com. And we also want to thank our friends at Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99 at Shots Crossroads. Try that banana cream pie. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Minot High's co-head coach, Mr. Jason Bennett, joins me in the Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame tonight. Hey, that was a good West Region hockey game tonight, wasn't it?
Oh, it was great. I thought the first period was physical. There was 5 or 6 big hits, and for the crowd that was here, they got into it. I thought we played pretty good. It's kind of a feeling out process in the first. Shots were pretty low right away, and then I think we took a slight advantage. I think 10-7 or something like that. So I thought it was a good period. I thought we defended well in the first period. I thought we played really well in the second. And gosh, I thought we played really good in the third period.
Outshooter team 15-5 in that second period. Looked like Tyler Miller was back to his old form. He certainly was a game saver tonight on some quality chances for your Magi.
Yeah, he played well. It was indicative of the West Region championship game last year, where at the end of the day, here's the deal: you can You can blame the refs, you can blame whatever you want, but we told our kids, don't put yourself in that position. It shouldn't have been a 1-0 hockey game. It shouldn't have been a 1-1 hockey game. It's a game that I always believe that a good goal scorer, good playmakers, a good play is going to beat the best goalie every time. He's going to make a couple good saves, but we had a breakaway, we had a couple 2-on-0s, and we mishandled the puck and we didn't bury. We got a good bounce in the second period with a wide open net, and we don't score on that. So you got to put yourself in better spots, and it's easy to do that. It's easy to blame other people when things don't go your way, and we kind of did that tonight. And it's kind of embarrassing how we acted, in terms of a team, and we told the kids, let us deal with the officials. You play hockey, and that's something we apologize to the officials for, and hopefully it's motivation for us, and we move on from there.
How do you handle that? Is Morelli out for the next game with that ejection tonight?
Yeah, and I should have talked to officials. I don't know what he said. I don't know what came of that. He obviously wears it on his sleeves, and he battled all night, and he played a heck of a hockey game. And I think he's out for the next one, game misconduct. And I'll have to get a hold of the officials and see what he said. It's good to know, just for a teaching tool, right? We got to, I don't know if he swore at the officials. I assume it was something like that, but I guess I don't know.
Emotions run high in a rivalry matchup like tonight with two of the best teams in the WDA. Is it fair to say that there's a bit of a rivalry that's now brewed here with Legacy?
There is, and it's so unfortunate. It does come down to that. It's so unfortunate. I'll watch film. I haven't seen. I didn't see the 5-minute major. And we thought there maybe could have been a hold on a breakaway earlier, and an interference call there toward the end. But we got to kind of it's easy to make first guesses, and it's wrong. It's good to go back and watch on film, and then sometimes we're wrong, right? We see things we want to see because we're rooting one way and not the other, but we'll go back and film and take a look, and if we got to make some changes, we do. But it's unfortunate it had to come down to a great hockey game, and it ends with a 5-minute major, and then it's just too bad the kids couldn't play.
Couldn't decide it. Well, I got to walk a fine line with what I do, but you'll see the film for yourself, I guess, is what I would say. Nice job here tonight. Good hockey game, and looking forward to another matchup with those guys later this year, I'd have to think.
Yeah, I hope so. We played good. This is as good as we played, since post-Christmas break, and we got a heck of a week ahead of us here now, going to Bismarck High, Jamestown, then heading to a very, very good Fargo North team on Saturday. So 3 games in 3 nights, and we're happy with where we're at right now. Obviously, we don't want to peak right now. We'd like to score more than 1 goal. I thought we got some pretty good goaltending tonight, which is good to see, and it's motivation for us. That's what we're going to use it as.
Job well done. Thanks for your time as always.
Great.
Here tonight.
Thanks for being here again.
Jason Bennett, the co-head coach of the Magi. His thoughts after tonight's showdown. One quick question before you go. I called it. Did you get ejected at the end of that hockey game? You did not, did you?
No, as far as the score sheet goes, I don't think so. We had a player with a broken skate blade on the ice, which is illegal equipment, and as far as I know, I thought the rule is the play is blown down immediately, same as if a player's helmet would come off or if a goalie's glove would come off, it's blown down. So that's something I was told no. I was told it's a possession thing, so that's what they make rule books for. So I'll go back, and I could have been wrong, and if I was, then we'll know to tell our team, But I was always under the assumption that if it's illegal equipment, if there's a broken blade, it's blown down immediately. So we'll take a look.
I had to just ask because on the call, that's what it looked like out there tonight. Nice job. Nevertheless, job well done.
I tried maybe, but no, I didn't. So,
Jason Bennett, co-head coach of the Magi. A couple awards to hand out here tonight, starting with our move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Jobbers Warehouse can be found online, jobberswarehouse.com. Your move of the game. Well, you get a game winner and your 15th goal of the year. Hard not to argue that it isn't this play right here as Butts puts it up over the glove of Blaze Ostrom. Like that celebration from him as well as Superman. Cape comes out. He certainly was in the final portion of this contest. The 5-minute major, Butts gets his 15th goal of the year. That's your Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Time for tonight's MVP of the game. The MVP brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips, with the online app, they do a fantastic job at Sport Clips. We'll be seeing them here this week. Sport Clips of Minot Bismarck bringing the MVP. And tonight, Pete, you got a couple goaltenders and play the way that they did here in this hockey game. It's hard not to argue that those two kids certainly aren't in that conversation with a combined 56 shots on goal tonight and only 3 goals in the back of the net. Outlasting the other tonight was Tyler Miller, and Miller comes up with 35 saves on 36 shots. He's my MVP, brought to you by Sport Clips. Final score again, 2-1, Legacy over the Magi. There's some intensity inside the Pepsi rink tonight. Don't you love it? WDA hockey, you gotta love it. Big contest. Legacy continues to tear. That's 7 in a row for the Sabers. They haven't been beaten since Minot High beat them on the 14th of December on their home ice, and tonight they get some sweet redemption. Standings in the West region. Legacy will have 36 points. Minot stays at 18. Magi looking to make some ground up, but the Sabers certainly extend that lead. Patriots in front of the Magi as well. Later on this week, schedule looks like this. Minot High is at Bismarck on Thursday for high school hockey. Matt Morelli and I will have the call of that one. Girls and boys wrestling that same night. Friday, you've got girls and boys basketball. Minot's at Legacy. Bismarck is at Century. That's a busy night of high school hoops. 4 games on Friday night on the PSP Network. Hope you join us for that as well. And then Saturday, Legacy's not done yet. They've got Mandan and the big money rivalry coming up on Saturday. Todd Domrys will have the call of that one coming your way on Saturday. Big thank you to Andrew Woodbeck. Job well done tonight, my friend, running our camera here. Big thank you to Ryan Farragher, who joined us in the pregame. Big thanks as well to John Grub, who we got to talk to in the pregame here this evening. Thanks to Jason Bennett for joining us in the postgame. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Matt Morelli, I'm Nick Hulberg signing off from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. In the 7th all-time matchup between the Sabers and the Magi, it's the Sabers that prevail. 2-1's the final. Sabers are now 3 wins, 4 losses all time in this series. I guarantee you the next one's going to be a good one as well if these two teams match up again in the WDA hockey tournament, which, oh, by the way, we will have for you here on the PSP Network. For everybody mentioned tonight, big thank you to all them. Big thank you to all the sponsors. Frankly, without them, we wouldn't be here. Big thank you to our military men and women for doing what you do as well. God bless you all of our veterans and active service men and women that watch this contest here tonight. Again, God bless you. Thank you all so much. Nick Hulberg signing off from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Please have a good night. We'll see you Thursday, and God bless.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.